It's a bit too early to give fight predictions.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to give my fight predictions close to the time when the fight's going to take
Yeah.
off, right? But with that said, without giving a prediction, what are two key factors for both fighters going in, Mayweather and Pacquiao, that you see?
Well, for Manny, most important thing is cutting off the ring. Cutting off the ring, because if he does get Floyd in trouble, if he does manage to hurt Floyd, Floyd will start backing up. Floyd will start moving side to side. That's one of Manny's weaknesses that he has not worked on, is cutting off the ring. Many a time he has hurt the other fighter, and that fighter backpedals, goes into survival mode. But Manny just comes forward. He doesn't go at him at angles. He doesn't cut him off. He doesn't keep him in the corner. Second thing would be the short right, the right cross.
Right cross.
Okay, because
That's his sneaky punch.
that's his sneaky punch. That's the one that got Hatton down twice in the first round in their fight. Reason I say his short right cross is because if Floyd comes in, or if anybody for that matter wants to come in on Manny, all Manny has to do is lean back and check him with that right, with a little right cross. It doesn't have to be a lot of power into it, but just enough to make the other fighter like, okay,
to catch their attention.
catch their attention. So those are the two things, in my opinion, Manny needs to implement into his game plan.
Right, and see, that's an interesting thing that you bring that up, because one thing about it is, Manny can't just come in there with one punch trying to hit Floyd.
Yeah.
If that's his only, game plan, is that straight left, then he's in trouble, because Floyd, all he got to do is take it away.
Yeah.
So all he got to do is take that away. But I have noticed that Manny is a little more trickier when it comes to when he's using both hands, when he's using that right, and it makes him a lot more dangerous. My key factors. What's your two key factors?
For Floyd is his straight right. That thing is beautiful, because he doesn't set it up. He can use it in different ways. He can use it as a lead straight right. He can use it as a counter over the top. He can sway just out of reach of a jab and bam, hit you with that. I mean, how many clips from how many different fights have we seen Floyd do that? A lot of people say Floyd. I'm gonna speak up now, because a lot of my fellow Filipino fans out there will say Floyd runs. I will disagree with them any day, because Floyd does not run. Floyd is smart.
He stays in the pocket.
He stays in the pocket. He'll take the first 5-6 rounds to figure out the fighter. Once it's halftime, 7th round on, he's done figured you out. Then he'll start sitting in the pocket, and that's when you start seeing those counter rights, those little uppercuts, little sneaky uppercuts when they, clinching. So that's one, that right. Second one, hip movement, waist movement, hip and above. He might not have the footwork that he had before, but from the waist up, Floyd, he's the master at just swaying and just out of range.
I would say he doesn't have the foot speed that he had before. He still got good fast speed, but he still got great footwork. But it's like real subtle. He can swiftly, he can move an inch, and he's out of your range. It's all because of the feet. Like, he's also a master at cutting off that range too, as well. And he, like with the straight rights, which is interesting, and that's why it's always good to gauge your distance.
Yeah.
And always when you throw a punch, make sure you're bringing it back to block, because if you throw it out, you leave it out there, and it misses, and the guy's coming back with a straight right like Floyd does, your jaw's compromised.
You're pretty much out there.
Right. So for me, my two key factors for Manny is one is speed. That's a key factor for him, because I think if you look at all of Floyd's fights, he's been the faster guy.
Yeah.
Most of his fights.
Hand speed wise, yes. Oh yeah.
He's been the faster guy. And foot speed wise too. To me, the foot speed was like a major difference in the Canelo fight.
Oh yeah.
Canelo just couldn't deal with his foot speed.
Yeah.
And I think going against Manny, that's going to be a key. That's going to be an interesting thing to see. I mean, I know timing beats speed, but you still got to execute.
You still got to execute.
And then I think telltale is. If he can counter it, counter it.
See how good he is at chess.
Yeah, chess. I mean, and he out. To me, he had a good chess match going on with Bradley the first fight.
Yeah.
You know, the second fight, you know, had some other stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
But the first fight, I think for like 6 rounds, he kind of was out thinking Bradley a little bit. So I think those are my two key factors for Manny.
Okay, what we got for Floyd?
For Floyd, weight. I mean, not weight, but size.
Mm-hmm.
Size.
I think this is gonna be the first time he'll be the naturally bigger fighter. You know,
and that is very dangerous.
Yeah,
that's very dangerous for Manny. Because a lot of people are saying that there's no way Floyd can knock him out. Mm-hmm. You know, but Manny's been knocked out 3 times.
Yeah.
And I think, and people were saying Floyd don't hit hard, but all I tell people, man, you know, it's harder to knock out a guy that's 20 pounds heavier than you than it is to knock out a guy that's your same weight. Mm-hmm. You know, so I think, the interesting thing is when if Floyd lands a punch, if it catches Manny's attention, that's going to affect the whole fight.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to affect the dynamics of the fight. And weight, actually, weight has an effect on that. And then, you know, weight also has an effect on somebody attacking you too as well. So and then my second factor is cutting off the ring. Like, nobody has seen Manny. Nobody has walked down Manny. Nobody has walked down Manny. And I want to see how that's going to translate. You know,
see what he can do going backwards.
Oh yeah, or what's going to happen. You know, I think the only one that tried to walk down Manny was Timothy Bradley. Yeah, he's the only one that really did. But he don't have the artillery to really pull it off. You know.
Yeah, Manny was catching him coming in.
Oh man, there was a couple times when he got a ball, man. But see, Bradley, like, you know, he don't have the straight punches. Mm-hmm. He don't have the right technique with throwing punches.
He was
winging, trying to go crazy.
Like rock'em sock'em.
Yeah, and I saw Manny hit him with a left, and it hurt him. You know, and the guy kind of got him off, made him think.
Yeah.
You know, so for Floyd to be able to walk him down, he'd be in the pocket, winky righty, you know, block all his punches, and then just keep applying pressure. So I think that'll be very interesting. Those are my 2 key factors leading into the fight. So now, without giving a prediction, what are the chances for both fighters, you know, to win or knock each other out?
If Floyd knocks Manny out, it'll be catching Manny in a combination. It won't be
Marquez.
It won't be. Yeah, it'll be Marquez. It'll be Marquez like. He'll catch Manny coming in the middle of a combo, because that's when you're most susceptible to a knockout. The one you don't see coming.
Right.
If you know that you're going to get hit, you're bracing yourself for a hit. Chances are you're not gonna get knocked out. It'll hurt, but you're not gonna get knocked down, knocked out. But when you throwing like Manny does, 1, 2, 3, 4, you trying to do damage, and you get caught with that one good one in the perfect spot. Don't care who you are, you're gonna go down. Now with Manny knocking Floyd out, it ain't gonna be no one hitter quit. It ain't gonna be Ricky Hatton. It'll be a ref stoppage, an accumulation. It'll be Manny catch Floyd on the ropes. Floyd covers up. He gonna start, doing his little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back up, reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If Floyd don't throw nothing back, and if the ref even thinks that Floyd might be hurt, I don't know. We might see an ugly stoppage.
Oh, what you mean, like an early stoppage?
No, just the fact that
okay.
Somebody gonna be up on the ropes.
Yeah.
They might look like they're getting hurt, but the ref could just like,
that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
not early round stoppage, but a bad stoppage.
But a bad stoppage. Yeah. Like,
so those are my if knockouts happen, if stoppages happen. Manny will get caught in the middle of a combo. Floyd will get the ref will call it off because of accumulation of punches.
So okay, because it's interesting. Like Manny is looked at as the puncher in this fight.
Yes.
And a lot of times you have those scenarios. So who has more of the chance to get knocked out in this fight?
Manny. Manny has the higher chance, the higher percentage of getting knocked out because of his style, because of the clashing of styles. Okay.
And he's been knocked out before.
He's been knocked out, 2 to the body, one to the face.
See, because when you start explaining how the chances of Floyd getting knocked out, how it would happen, it gets kind of fishy because we haven't seen that.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that, I think for me, what's interesting is, from the Mayweather standpoint, a lot of Mayweather fans are out there saying Manny has no chance to win.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe that. I believe Manny is a champion.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he fought on championship levels. Mm-hmm. And he cannot be underestimated at
no fighter
all.
can.
Especially not him though, too.
Yeah.
Right? He like that. That's when you fight.
That's what he wants.
He wants you to.
He wants the underdog. Yeah. But it's been a while since he's been the underdog.
Right.
It's been a long time.
It has, but I think the key factor we can't be factoring in is the levels.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a fight of high magnitude.
Yeah.
So I expect both fighters to bring their level.
Oh yeah.
And when you
bring
rise,
out the best in each other.
Right, and it's like rising to a level is different from willing it.
Yeah.
Because when you rise to a level, your execution is better and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you really can't factor in what fighter's going to bring it and what fighter didn't feel it that night.
Yeah.
That type of thing. So I definitely give Manny his chances at winning. Being a champion. And then, as far as a knockout, I think it'll have to come early on, or he would. I don't expect this, but anything can happen. He will have to be countering the counter,
mm-hmm.
dominating the fight.
Yeah.
And then go in, take Floyd to deep waters, and then go in and take him out.
Yeah.
Being able to hit him at will, his speed taking over, and things like that, and then go in and take him out. But I don't see that happening. Mm-hmm. And then as far as with Floyd, I think his chances are high because I think stylistically he's a bad match for Manny. Mm-hmm. I think he's like a worst nightmare for Manny as far as like a fighter that give him the most problems. Mm-hmm. And then I think. One punch I didn't bring up was, and it's also a southpaw's kryptonite.
Orthodox. Mm-hmm.
Is the left hook. Mm-hmm. And it's also Floyd's money punch.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I think Floyd can get Manny into going wild. Like he can lure him into that, mm-hmm. which he does with a lot of fighters.
Kind of trap him into it.
Yeah, when he gets on the
inviting
ropes,
him in.
Inviting, and then when he gets wild, he can set up that left hook that Floyd has, which is his money punch. So I give Floyd more of the chance to win, but I think both of them had their chances. Now moving right along.